Hey guys, yeah, Brian Barrera here again. We're on part three. I'm gonna get to a close on this one soon in this video because I think we're going way too much. It's supposed to be a lot of fun, and we're just going into way too much detail. But yeah, you got Sharon Stone here. I'm sorry, we're still on Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson with Braveheart. Rightfully should have won, but Michael Mann wasn't nominated. The Hughes brothers were nominated. Just crazy. Tim Robbins for Dead Man Walking, incredible film. But once again, this is more of nominations for that part. It wasn't just for who won. Mel Gibson should have won. And then we get to next year with Sharon Stone. Sharon Stone in Casino, Angela Bassett in Waiting to Exhale, a huge hit, incredible film. But look at the films. Look how we look back at Angela Bassett and we don't talk about her as one of the best actresses. We don't talk about her, but look at the string of films that she had. Malcolm X, What's Love Got to Do with It, Waiting to Exhale. But we don't talk about that. Yeah, I think Sharon Stone should have won that year. She did an incredible job. Dead Man Walking was a great film. Tim Robbins did a great job. Sean Penn did a great job. Suzanne Sarandon, she won. Incredible job. She should have won. But Sharon Stone just stole Casino. I mean, that film is considered a classic nowadays. Um, it really is way ahead of its time. And I think just like Kobe Bryant with Michael Jordan doing Casino right after you did Goodfellas, very similar films. I think that's what hurt Martin Scorsese and not getting the right recognition this film should have had, and especially for Sharon Stone. But yeah, the next one is in '97. Here we go with Tom Cruise, Edward Norton. Tom Cruise from the mid '80s all the way to like the mid 2000s, the roles that he took, right? We already talked about two big roles with A Few Good Men with Rob Reiner. We talked about Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, Rain Man next to Dustin Hoffman, Born on the 4th of July with Oliver Stone. Now we're talking about Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire. Completely charismatic, but once again, I know the Academy Awards don't like charismatic roles, people playing their own role. But you got Woody Harrelson there with The People versus Larry Flint, completely transformed in that role. Billy Bob Thornton, completely unrecognizable in Sling Blade. Great films, but Jeffrey Rush wins. I love Shine. It's such a great film, but that was Tom Cruise's year. Jerry Maguire was a hit. Bruce Springsteen, all these other things that Tom Cruise was doing in this film. No, not Bruce Springsteen. Sorry, Tom Petty. But Tom Cruise is so incredible in Jerry Maguire. As Good as It Gets was incredible for Helen Hunt. 1998, great job. Look at Pam Grier. Pam Grier not even nominated for Jackie Brown. Once again, it's the whole Kobe Bryant after Michael Jordan, Casino after Goodfellas. Now we have Jackie Brown after Pulp Fiction, after Reservoir Dogs. Kind of like the same type of genre film for Quentin Tarantino. So I get why Jackie Brown didn't get his recognition, but Angela Bassett and how Stella got her groove back. No, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Pam Grier, Jackie Brown. I cannot believe she was not nominated for Jackie Brown. The next year, Jim Carrey's not even nominated for The Truman Show. Edward Norton doesn't win for American History X. One of the best roles ever. When they talk about the Lakers and the Celtics and the prison scene, it's the transformation part of Edward Norton as the Nazi, the racist, and just transforming into a good human being who sees the best out of all people and races. That scene where he starts to see, wow, man, this is awesome. I'm a Celtics fan. He's a Lakers fan, and the racial tension starts to go away in that scene. It's such a great film. Edward Norton so incredible in that movie. Cannot believe he didn't win. Life is Beautiful is a great film. I understand how beautiful that film is. Life is beautiful, but in my opinion, Edward Norton should have won. The next year, Jim Carrey's not even nominated for The Truman Show. Then Laura Linney, incredible actress, is not even nominated for Truman Show that year as well. Truman Show got snubbed so much that year from the Academy Awards, and I think it won awards at the Golden Globes. Judi Dench, incredible actress, but the Dame Judi Dench, she's incredible, but I see her kind of playing the same role over and over. That's my opinion. Great actress, but Laura Linney for The Truman Show, I think she should have won and she wasn't even nominated. Then also for Best Actress, Gwyneth Paltrow won for Shakespeare in Love. I think Kate Blanchett should have won for Elizabeth. Angela Bassett again for How Stella Got Her Groove Back. Incredible film. Critics raved about it. Blockbuster hit. Doesn't even get nominated again. 2000, one of the biggest steals. If you would have told me Michael Clark Duncan should have won for The Green Mile, I would not argue with you. I think Tom Cruise should have won for Magnolia. Should have been his fourth Academy Award, but Michael Clark Duncan not winning for The Green Mile, incredible film, just really shocks me to this day. It just really does. Tom Cruise in Magnolia wrote some of his own lines. I think he should have won, but I'm still shocked that if he wouldn't have won, and you told me Michael Clark Duncan should have won, I would have agreed with it. Jude Law for The Talented Mr. Ripley, Haley Joel Osment for The Sixth Sense. Great film, from a great year for movies, but Tom Cruise should have won. The next year, sorry for my error not writing Kathy, I just wrote Kath Bates. Um, Julianne Moore won for The Hours. She should have won. Sorry, she should have won. Catherine Zeta-Jones did a great job. But if you're noticing, it's like every year the person gets recognized for a film that I don't think should have won anything. The Cider House Rules is incredible, but we're not. But don't confuse this with the Employee of the Month or the Employee of the Year, where you're like, man, this person keeps winning. They shouldn't be winning. No, I'm arguing that the person that should win should keep winning. But we have our agendas, we have our paradigms, we have our goalposts that we move when we want to move it. And like Michael Caine for the Cider House Rules, I love Michael Caine, incredible actor. I love when he works with Christopher Nolan, but I don't see him winning for the Cider House Rules. I don't see Catherine Zeta winning for Chicago. Morgan Freeman won for Million Dollar Baby. Again, Tom Cruise in Collateral, such an incredible role. Every time I talk to people about Tom Cruise, they talk about Mission Impossible. We have a game called Name a Bad Tom Cruise Movie. And they'll come up with Legend or Days of Thunder or Cocktail. And I look at them, I'm like, you know, you love Cocktail. You know, you love Cocktail. You know, you like Days of Thunder. But these things happen. We talk about these things and we forget these roles. But for some reason, all the stuff I'm calling out on, people still talk about it today. It stayed with them. It stuck with them, right? Tom Cruise, Collateral. Like, what an incredible role. One of the best bad guys out there, right? Was it too reminiscent of Neil, Robert De Niro's character Neil in Heat? Maybe, but such an incredible role. Thomas Hayden Church in Sideways, people still talk about Sideways today. I've met some younger people that love Sideways who are just like, oh, I love that movie, right? And they're like mid-20s. I wouldn't have thought they would have ever seen that movie. 2005, Jamie Foxx, rightfully so, wins for Ray. Man, what an incredible performance! It's such a great job. That year, think about it. Don Cheadle for Hotel Rwanda. Johnny Depp, I don't think should have been nominated for Finding Neverland, but Johnny Depp has been snubbed many times. DiCaprio for The Aviator, Clint Eastwood for Million Dollar Baby, I believe. I don't think he should have been nominated. Jim Carrey for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and Denzel Washington for The Hurricane. Like, I'm sorry, Denzel Washington for The Hurricane, but also for Man on Fire. Like, Man on Fire is one of the best movies I've ever seen, and it's not even nominated. Jim Carrey for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Uh, Jamie Foxx should have won. Don't get me wrong, but how are these guys not nominated instead of Johnny Depp and Clint Eastwood and even DiCaprio? I love The Aviator; it's a great film, but it's not a classic. It's not a masterpiece. Yeah, we're coming to a close real quick. I'm going to finish up. Here's Quentin Tarantino again. Should have won for Pulp Fiction. If he didn't win for that one, if you give it to Zemeckis, that's all good. Inglorious Bastards doesn't win for Best Director. Catherine Bigelow, The Hurt Locker is great, but you know, I just didn't hear too many people watching The Hurt Locker. I liked it. I thought it was a great film, but yeah, I didn't see too much. James Cameron for Avatar, Lee Daniels, Jason Reitman, great candidates, and The Hurt Locker wins. To me, Inglorious Bastards should have won that year. The following year, Brad Pitt for Moneyball and Ryan Gosling for Drive. How does Ryan Gosling not get nominated? Gary Oldman's in there, great job. Demian Bashir, what an incredible role that he plays. Such a sad film, incredible film. I would have kept him there. Gary Oldman with Brad Pitt, I would have kept him. George Clooney for, I believe it was Up in the Air. He was nominated. No, the Descendants, great film. But I just don't think that Jean Dujardin should have won for The Artist. I just couldn't get into the film. And I'm just talking about movies here. I don't want anyone to get upset and say, oh, that movie had a great message. I get it. I'm just talking about films. Brad Pitt, Moneyball, Ryan Gosling in Drive. The next year, again, Ryan Gosling is in The Place Beyond the Pines. Woody Harrelson is in Out of the Furnace. Great roles. Tommy Lee Jones is in there for Lincoln. De Niro's in there for Silver Linings Playbook. I love De Niro. You know how much I love De Niro. I don't think he should have been nominated for that role. Philip Seymour Hoffman kills it for The Master. And what I got upset about is the Django Unchained. Great film. Tarantino is amazing. Jamie Foxx is amazing. I never got into Christoph Waltz in that movie. In my opinion, Sam Jackson or Leonardo DiCaprio should have been nominated instead of Waltz. But again, like, Why does Waltz get nominated? Like, what does he do that's so incredible in the film? I don't get it. Ryan Gosling, the master, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Ryan Gosling in The Place Beyond the Pines plays such a great role in that film. 2014, DiCaprio with Wolf of Wall Street. Again, they want transformational, right? They don't want a person to be playing a charismatic character. But yet Jeff Bridges won for Crazy Heart, very charismatic, moving the goalposts like they always do. Martin Scorsese again in 2014. I believe he won for The Departed. No, I'm sorry. I once again Raw and Uncut. I don't remember what movie that year was from, but I believe he should have won his third Academy Award. And for some reason, I didn't write what that film was. Scott Cooper's in Out of the Furnace, such a great film. But yeah, it's just I believe I messed up on Scott Cooper Out of the Furnace there too. Woody Harrelson was that a furnace? Yeah, I think AI must have messed it up for me. Once again, Raw and Uncut. Let's keep going. Let's finish up. The next following year is Inarito wins for Birdman. Great film, no argument here. David Fincher doesn't even get nominated for Gone Girl. Gone Girl, people still talk about that film. I tell my wife all the time I get scared because of that movie, right? Gone Girl, such an incredible film. Then we get into Benicio del Toro. How does he not win his second Academy Award for Sicario? Sylvester Stallone with Creed, incredible. If you would have told me he would have won, been great. But yeah, we just don't talk about those things. 2017, there's Casey Affleck wins for Manchester by the Sea. Great, great film. Ryan Gosling again. I did not write what he should have been nominated for again. But yeah, Casey. Oh, that's for La La Land. I think Ryan Gosling should have won for La La Land, but also Denzel gives such a great performance in Fences, especially the last part of the film, the last scene where he talks about how he doesn't have to like someone. His job as the father is to put food on the table and to work hard and put a roof over his son's head. And he tells him, "I don't have to like you." Incredible scene. That scene alone could have won it for him. Let's go back to Del Toro. I didn't give him his just Sicario. He's so incredible in Sicario. So incredible. Doesn't even get nominated. Doesn't even get nominated. Right? Let's jump back 2017. Taraji P. Henson for Hidden Figures doesn't even get nominated. Emma Stone rightfully won for La La Land, but how did she not get nominated? And the last one, Del Toro, Guillermo del Toro should have won for Shape of Water. And I just want to watch out for that one because I believe that Jordan Peele is becoming such a great director. Every time he comes up with a movie, I wait for months in anticipation. I watch it the day it comes out. He's that incredible. I hope he doesn't become the next Scorsese, Tarantino, or Spike, where he just keeps getting nominated, or like Spike doesn't get nominated. But Jordan Peele, man, I know he already won an Academy Award. Spike's actually won an Academy Award for I think it was Black Klansman Best Screenplay, I believe. But Jordan Peele is becoming like a mixture of Hitchcock and just even Scorsese with Shutter Island. He's becoming such a great director. I just hope we don't start taking it for granted and he wins an Academy Award for a lifetime achievement award. Or he finally wins one where the competition is not strong, so he wins for one of his films that is not the best one because Get Out and Us are incredible masterpieces. So that's it for that one. That was the last one, and now we're going to go into the last part where I go into how this all goes with baseball, football, and finally Employee of the Month and Employee of the Year. Thank you so much, guys.